Everyone matters. It is a simple truth, but one we can so easily forget in the rush of our busy lives. You matter. The person next to you matters. The person you have not seen in years. The one you barely know. The one who feels forgotten. They all matter. This idea is not just a kind thought. It is a deep, foundational truth that can change how we see everything. It is a truth found in a simple story, told long ago, about a shepherd who understood this better than anyone. He believed that no one was too small to be sought, no one too lost to be found. His story is a powerful reminder that every single soul has immense, immeasurable worth. The evening air was growing cool, settling over the rolling hills like a soft gray blanket. The shepherd stood at the gate of the stone sheepfold, his staff held firmly in his hand. One by one, his flock passed by him, their soft wool brushing his legs as they entered the safety of the pen. He counted them silently, a familiar rhythm he knew by heart. 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. He paused, his brow furrowed. He counted again, his lips moving without a sound. 99, only 99. One was missing. A small, restless lamb, the one with a patch of dark wool over its left eye, had not come home. For a moment, the shepherd looked at the 99 safe inside the fold. They were secure. It would be so much easier to bar the gate, to stay with the many and forget about the one. The 99 were here, after all. But his heart would not allow it. He could not rest knowing one of his flock was out there, alone and vulnerable. The thought of the little lamb, lost and frightened in the growing darkness, spurred him into action. The 99 were safe, but the one was in peril, and that was all that mattered. He pulled his cloak tighter around his shoulders, picked up his sturdy staff, and latched the gate of the sheepfold, securing the 99. Then, without a moment's hesitation, he turned his back on the fold and faced the vast, darkening wilderness. He did not go because he had to. He went because he cared. He was not just a keeper of sheep. He was their shepherd, their guardian. And a true shepherd never abandons one of his own. His quiet, determined steps echoed into the night as he began the search, his heart set on a single purpose, to find the one who was lost and bring it home. The afternoon sun was beginning to lose its warmth. Little Wanderer, as usual, was at the edge of the group. A little farther up the slope, a cluster of bright red flowers grew between two large rocks. He had never seen flowers so vibrant. He watched, mesmerized by the tiny creature's busy work. As the lamb explored, the shepherd was busy on the other side of the flock. It required his full attention. His departure had been silent, masked by the normal sounds of the flock and the shepherd's preoccupation. But then, beyond the flowers, he saw something else. A narrow path. It looked like a secret passageway leading to a hidden world. Without a second thought, he left the flowers behind and started up the rocky path. Each step took him farther from the familiar sounds and smells of the flock. He came to a small ridge and looked down. But all he saw was a different valley, one he did not recognize. A sudden feeling of unease prickled at him. A small bleat escaped his throat, but the sound was swallowed by the immense silence of the hills. The sun was now sinking rapidly. The golden light was replaced by cool purple shadows. The world, which had seemed so exciting, now felt vast, empty, and threatening. Fear, cold, sharp, began to take hold of him. He was lost. He started to run, his little legs scrambling over the loose stones. He stumbled down a steep, gravelly slope, until he landed in a thicket of thorny bushes at the bottom of a narrow ravine. Trapped and terrified, the lamb lay still. He was alone, hurt, and hopelessly lost. He missed the warmth of his mother's side. Most of all, he longed to hear the calm, steady voice of the shepherd calling his name. The shepherd moved out into the vast, dark wilderness, his oil lantern casting a small, dancing circle of light on the ground. He began his search where he had last seen the flock grazing, his eyes searching for anything out of place. His path led him toward the rocky slope. And there, he found it. A tiny, perfect hoof print. It pointed away from the pasture, toward a narrow, winding goat trail. He stood and followed the trail upward. The path grew steeper and more treacherous. The darkness around him felt absolute, a solid wall that his small light could only push back a few feet.
The shepherd called out the lamb's name, his voice echoing in the stillness. "Little wanderer, little wanderer."
He stopped often to listen, but the night remained stubbornly silent. He stood and listened again, letting the silence of the night settle around him. And then he heard it. It was incredibly faint, a weak, trembling bleat, the sound of a creature in distress.
The shepherd's heart leaped in his chest. He was alive. He called out again, "I am coming. Hold on. I am coming."
He finally reached the bottom of the gorge. The beam of light fell upon a thicket of tangled, thorny bushes. And there was Little Wanderer.
"There you are," the shepherd said softly. "It's all right. I am here now. You are safe."
Until the lamb was finally free. He scooped the little creature up into his strong arms. It was a sigh of pure relief. The search was over. The lost one was found. The shepherd simply held his lamb, his heart overflowing with a quiet, profound joy. The shepherd did not set the lamb down to walk. Instead, he carefully adjusted the lamb's weight, settling it comfortably across his broad shoulders. As he finally emerged from the deep shadows, the first hint of dawn began to touch the eastern sky. He had been gone all night, but he was returning in the light, bringing the lost one home. He did not hurry. He spoke softly to the lamb from time to time. "We're almost there, little one. You'll be home soon." As the shepherd approached the sheepfold, they saw him coming from a distance. "You found him," one of them called out. The shepherd smiled. "Yes," he said, "rejoice with me. The one that was lost has been brought home." He gently lowered the little lamb from his shoulders. The lamb's mother rushed over, nuzzling her baby, finally back in the warmth and security of the flock. He did not immediately go to rest. He gently cleaned the little lamb's scratches and dabbed them with the soothing oil. The cost of the search was nothing compared to the immeasurable value of the one who was found. The story of the shepherd echoes deeply within our own lives. We all have moments when we feel like that little lamb, feeling isolated, feeling frightened. But the story of the shepherd offers a powerful, unwavering truth. It is a reminder that there is a love that pursues us, a love that is willing to leave the comfort and safety of the majority to venture into the darkness for the sake of the one. It extends a gentle but clear invitation to live with the shepherd's heart. Notice who is missing. Be willing to step out of your comfort zone. Be agents of rescue and restoration. The world doesn't need more people who stay with the 99. It needs more shepherds. Resolve to leave no one behind and celebrate every soul brought safely home.